The Malthorian Empire had waged war for 600 years. They'd conquered 73 species, absorbed 200 systems, and established themselves as the dominant military power in the sector. War for them was a science, calculated, efficient, and predictable. When they encountered humanity, they expected another quick victory. The initial invasion of the human colony on New Perth was textbook Malthorian strategy. Orbital bombardment of military installations, followed by ground forces securing key infrastructure. They'd done it 1,000 times before, except the humans didn't respond like any species the Malthorians had ever fought. The military installations were empty, evacuated before the first shot. The infrastructure was rigged with explosives. Every building, every bridge, every power station became a death trap. Malthorian soldiers died by the hundreds in ambushes that seemed to come from nowhere. They fight without honor, General Thor reported to the War Council, his mandibles clicking with frustration. They hide, they trap, they refuse direct engagement. The War Council sent reinforcements. 50,000 soldiers, supported by armor and air superiority. Surely numbers would overwhelm these cowardly tactics. The humans burned their own forests to deny the Malthorians cover. They poisoned water supplies the enemy might use. They sabotaged capture equipment. They kidnapped officers and sent back recordings of their interrogations. Not torture, just conversations where human historians explained Earth's military history. One recording found its way to General Thor personally. A human woman, perhaps 50 years old, sat across from a captured Malthorian colonel. She wore simple clothes and introduced herself as Professor Elizabeth Morrison, military historian. "Your empire has waged war for 6 centuries, she said pleasantly. "Impressive. Humanity has waged war for 10,000 years. Against ourselves." The colonel scoffed on the recording. "Primitive, tribal conflicts. Let me tell you about the siege of Leningrad," the professor continued, ignoring the interruption. 900 days. A city of millions, surrounded, starving. The enemy expected surrender within weeks. Instead, people ate wallpaper paste, leather boots, anything to survive. Over 1 million died, but the city never fell. She pulled up another file. The Battle of Stalingrad. 2 armies fought building by building, room by room, sometimes floor by floor in the same structure. Million dead. The city was destroyed, but the defenders won. "What is your point, human?" Professor Morrison smiled. "My point, Colonel, is that you're fighting a species that once dropped 2 atomic weapons on itself and kept fighting. We've had wars that lasted 30 years, 100 years. We fought in deserts where temperatures reached 70 degrees, in jungles where disease killed more than bullets, in winters so cold that fuel froze solid." She leaned forward. "Your empire wages war as a science. We waged it as an art form, a religion, a way of life. Every human child studies famous battles the way your children study mathematics. We have a word, Pyrrhic victory, for winning at such terrible cost that you might as well have lost. We have that word because we've done it. Repeatedly." The recording ended. General Thor ordered a full withdrawal from New Perth. The War Council overruled him and sent an additional 100,000 soldiers. 3 months later, the Malthorian Empire controlled exactly 0% of New Perth. Their casualties exceeded 200,000. Human casualties were estimated at 15,000, but the humans had evacuated most civilians before the fighting began. The War Council finally authorized General Thor to negotiate. The human delegation arrived at the peace conference with historians, not generals. Warfare compressed into a presentation. General Thor watched footage of ancient battles fought with swords and spears, naval warfare with wooden ships, trench warfare in muddy fields, mechanized warfare with tanks and aircraft, nuclear warfare with weapons that could end worlds. "This is madness," he whispered, watching humans charge machine gun fire, watching cities burn, watching armies fight in conditions that should have killed everyone involved. "Yes," the lead human negotiator agreed. "Complete madness."